And hello, everybody, and welcome to OG World Order. That is my radio voice, and that's what it's going to sound like all night.
Oh, no.
Oh, man. I'm going to wait a couple minutes to get into some of the news here. We'll keep it nice and short for everybody coming in tonight. I know there's a lot going on tonight. So we'll see. Okay, well, anyways, here we go. What are we got? Uh-oh. So let me get in my room here. I just want to check it and see how many people are here before I start reading this off.
I might as well give it 5 minutes or so.
Hasn't even shown on my screen yet that I've gone live.
Oh, yeah, I got the site up. And Spartacus, how are you tonight, buddy?
Hey, Spartacus, what's up? Yeah. Thank you for joining in. It's not going to be a big show tonight. It's going to be a... it's called the Wake Up Show. So... but lots of news going on today. How about... I think didn't that little girl Greta, wasn't she found out that her father was actually
Yes, her father was helping her spread her conspiracy about global warming and climate change. And
yeah.
So is a gentleman that's in, I believe, the UN in India was helping her out. And the Facebook account is his Facebook account made up fake Facebook account for her.
Yeah.
And he writes it.
Yeah. And this is the climate change girl.
Yeah.
This is who we should be following.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow a nut bar. Yeah.
What's up, you damn Canadians?
Hey, how are you, buddy?
We're just kicking, man.
If
anybody's out there, Beat After Beats live, go check him out. One of our brothers. Go subscribe to him, actually.
Yes,
and
please, everybody subscribe to him.
And let's get him up there. Spartacus 775 too. Go check him out.
See if I can change my avatar.
Yes, Spartacus has a good channel going too. Very entertaining, very well knowledgeable person.
Well, on my Leech channel. See, I should have come in under. I'll tell you. Well, I can't even do that. Yeah, I can. I can do it on my phone. Oh wait, well I got you here, original gangsta. I'm gonna try and go on my phone, and then I'll show you what it does when I try to go live and change over to the desktop mode. Anybody still there?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we're gonna try not to talk over each other.
Why? It takes all the fun out of it. What was I going to change my logo to? Oh.
The OG World Order logo.
Nah, the one of my balls.
Remember, everybody, there is a pay count out there for a guy named Talsafad. Just send weed.
Yeah.
And there's an unemployed guy here at the bottom. Feel free to start a pool.
I've been unemployed for fucking 18 years.
Yeah. Dude, I haven't worked in a month.
I've been 18 years trying
Really?
to find work, buddy.
Holy shit.
Yeah. What the hell, man? Nobody's in here?
I'll go first.
There. I'm Spartacus 1775.
Yeah.
Under Lucifer with the Leech 598 avatar.
This might be a slow show tonight. Nobody's really expecting it.
Well, I was going to go live tonight, but I think I'm going to wait till tomorrow night.
So when you sign in on your phone, it goes to Leech?
No, I can switch the account.
Oh, okay.
Drunk guy. Doug said in every single video. Oh, wait. My fucking trolls are back. Hang on. I got to go fucking...
You have trolls?
I can't believe it.
No, Tom Pirate. See, I don't know if he's lurking. Nobody's lurking. It's just us two.
Yeah.
I'd love to get him in here because I was in Jeff's channel the other night under the Leech one, and WTT was talking shit about Lisa, saying she was lying about being a colonel in the Marine Corps and this, that, and the other damn thing. And Tom Pirate was in there talking shit, and he goes, "I'm retired Army, and I've been searching for it, but somewhere I have a screenshot of him telling me he was a retired Marine." So see, who's full of shit? Because he was telling WDT and shit about stolen valor this and stolen valor that. And I'm like, that asshole told me he was a fucking Marine. And then now he's saying he's retired Army.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, wait, let me see. You want me to read it too? Dishonorable discharge, blah, blah, blah.
They're bullies, pretty much. And you just got to ignore them and they'll go away.
Oh, here's a good one. Never served a second in combat and says he's a combat veteran. I've never said I was a combat veteran. My sources tell me all he did was latrines. Yeah, he doesn't have any sources. I gave him, when I was on a few weeks ago, I'd left and went downstairs, and Volger was timing him out. I said, no, let him talk. And I said, go ahead, Tom. Tell everybody everything you have on me. I don't get dox the fuck out of me right now. They don't have shit. They want to sit there and, I know people, and people know Doug, and blah, 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 blah. Like, yeah, whatever. Suck one. He actually found a video that I don't have the comments turned off on.
Well, there's a guy that likes to try and hold his weed while he's fucking hacking.
Yeah, I know. I live stream.
Hold that in, buddy. Hold it in. You can do it.
Now I live.
I'm not just talking with a couple people. Actually, I am only 3.
Yeah, that's a couple.
Actually, you know what I would like to see on this channel? I would like to ask one person what he uses his dildos for. That's what I'd like to know. But
he is drunk in this video. No shit. Go to my channel, OG, the Leech one. In fact, I'll go to it for you.
I really don't want to know about anybody's dildos, vibrators, or anything. That's none of my business.
Well, you got no women around, and you got dildos hanging around. I teach your own, right? But we all know what Recruit does with those.
I don't care what people do behind closed doors, buddy. That's up to them. As long as they don't hurt others, I don't care.
Yeah.
So my Leech
channel, it was hurting my eyes with those waving in the air.
Oh, you liked them, did you?
Yeah.
Anyway, my Leech channel I set up like 7, almost 8 years ago.
Yeah.
Right in the about section, it says, these videos are me in a drunken state. So hence all the videos on that channel, except for like 3 maybe. And I think I made a bunch of them private, but
and that's your Leech channel?
Yeah, and all those videos I'm drunk. So Dickhead comes on here and says, he is drunk in this video. I'm like, no shit. That was the whole point of the channel, you dumb fuck. That's Army. See, there's no attention to detail in the fucking Army. He's probably here right now, fucking cockwipe. If you're here, Tom, I got proof that you said you were a retired Marine, but yet 2 nights ago you said you were a retired Army, you fucking cunt. Contagious. See, I said contagious.
Yeah. There's really nobody kicked in.
Now you got your lurkers. Oh,
Yeah.
no. They're gone now. They saw me and left. Sorry, buddy. I'm like,
Oh, it's not good. I'm not here for a thing. I'm gonna read out something if they want to watch it later. They can watch it later. Was there something you wanted me to play or?
who are you talking to, Willis?
You.
What do you mean? Something I want you to play?
Well, you said there was something you wanted. Like there was something with this guy or whatever.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, I was still trying. So if I'm on my phone and I want to do a live, I go to StreamYards, right?
Yeah.
Let me see if I can get that to pull the fuck up. Is that on Chrome? Yep, there it is. All right, so I'm into the StreamYard broadcast. I get to where I set up the broadcast,
And it says there's an error.
And it says create broadcast. Here, let me pull the fucking camera back up. I'm gonna make sure my name and shit's on here so everybody can see it. So Thom doesn't have to pretend like he knows who I am. All right, let's see what I got. Okay, so I get to this page right here.
It's Jim the Trucker, right?
Yeah, Jim. It says I have a broadcast ready to
Okay,
go.
now go create broadcast.
Now up there's the 3 lines. Is that where you're saying?
No. Okay. So, okay. Now here, put that back up there. There's 3 lines. You want the top third. You want the top third. You know where it says. You know where the duck is? Lined up with that duck.
Above it?
Yeah, you want that line, and that's where the desktop settings will be in there.
Yep. So I hit that.
So is there a desktop version?
No.
In there?
Is what it says. It says broadcast. Blah blah blah.
Okay, go back out of that for a second. Go to the. Can you go into your studio where it says you need to go to? You need to do it on desktop.
All right, hang on. I'm creating a new broadcast because that was one from the other night.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool. We'll work this.
All right, so I have 3 dots under that, and it says enter the studio, invite a guest, edit, delete, view on YouTube.
Enter the studio.
All right, so we'll enter the broadcast studio. Oops, there's something wrong.
Okay, now show me the screen now.
It wouldn't let me in.
I know, but show me the screen where it says that.
Okay, now it says
right at that screen.
Please host your broadcast on your laptop desktop.
Yeah, so I can't see. Let me see the screen. Okay, now is there? Okay, well let's go down. I want to see the bottom if there's any options. Okay, so now you see where the 3 lines are at the bottom there.
Yeah.
On the right hand side, and there's numbers. Hit that.
Yep.
And it'll say desktop
version.
Yeah, there you go, and it'll let you into the studio.
La 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 la. Except it ain't doing anything. All right, so cool. So then okay, but like on here, you have to do the StreamYard, and then you have to go to your YouTube page to open that video, right? Or do you just do it off there, right off the StreamYard?
Yeah.
Let me try it real quick, see if it works. See if I went live. I'm sure you got my bell wrong.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, I think this is the Leech channel, so you probably might not see it.
Oh, 1 minute then. Let me do something.
Well, I'm in the chat, so you can just click on me over there.
Leech. Open a new tab.
Yeah, I see you there now. I'm on your page.
Okay, you are not. Oh, I got to add myself to the stream.
Yeah,
okay.
And then up in the corner it'll say go live.
All right, now how do I get to where I don't have my camera working?
Just turn the camera on. It'll be the cam.
Oh, there it is. Stop cam. Stop cam. There we go. All right. So then I can go live. Let's see, then okay, I'm live, but then I'd have to. How do you flip the camera around? Oh, that's down there somewhere too, right? Camera flip.
Yeah.
Is there a camera flip somewhere?
There should
There
be.
it is. There, you just went live. It just came out.
All right. Look at that.
So that's how you do it on your phone.
Eat Me Spartacus is live.
That's right. So Ladies and gentlemen, on Leeds 598, we have the world-renowned.
No, it's Spartacus is what you went live on.
It should be the Leeds one.
No, it went
No,
on
it's Spartacus 1775.
Oh, shit, fuckers. All right, so on the Spartacus channel, we have the world-renowned OG World Order and Talsmafa.
Yeah.
See, I still don't see. I can bring the camera back up, but I don't see how to flip it.
There should be a flip.
It's so small on the phone, I can't see it. Somebody's in here. Vulgar's in there. Hey, Vulgar. I'm actually in OG's live stream right now. They were teaching me how to go live on my phone, which is why I'm here. Thanks for showing up, though. I'm just trying to figure this out. Boy, I look fat as hell from this angle. My face looked like a pumpkin or something. All right, so I can't see that. Is it the camera? What is that?
Holy moly, no thumbs down yet. Wow.
What does that do? Well, I didn't want to do that. Now, how do I get out of there? All right, you're out of there. All right, I can't even see. It's so small, dude. I can't even see what.
Hey, Spike Love, how you doing?
What's up, Spike? It's so small, I can't even see what.
Spike Love, how are you tonight?
Lots of love. Thank you for coming in.
Yes, thank you.
All right, what does it say? Flip your phone.
Go down.
Sideways. Okay, there I am. Yeah, I was gonna do that. All right, now I can see it. And then somewhere there's supposed to be a flip your camera fucking.
Yeah, there is down there. It'll say flip.
It doesn't.
Or switch. Sorry, switch.
Doesn't even say switch.
No.
It says mute, stop cam, cam mic, share screen, invite, leave studio. Any more McDonald's commercials? Nah, buddy. I'm thinking I'm going to go to Burger King next. They got the 5 for $4.
Well, since we're here on your channel, can they hear me on your channel?
No, I'm on my phone.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to read this for everybody here on my Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau said on Monday that the victims of the Ukraine airliner shot down in Iran would still be alive if recent escalation of tensions in the region had not happened, according to a transcript of an interview with Global News TV. The U.S. is killing the Iranian general Qassem Soleimani in Baghdad. A January 3rd drone strike prompted Iran to launch a missile attack on Iraqi bases housing U.S. troops on January 8, hours before the passenger jet was shot down. All 176 aboard were killed, including 57 Canadians. I think if there was no tensions, if there was no escalations recently in the region, those Canadians would be right now home with their families, Trudeau said in the interview. Trudeau said Canada did not receive a heads up before the United States killed Soleimani, and that he obviously would have preferred one. The U.S. makes its determinations. We attempt to work as an international community on big issues, but sometimes countries take actions without informing their allies, he said. Trudeau said that while the government was working as quickly as possible to bring the bodies home for burial, it was likely to take weeks or perhaps even months. Canada said on Monday that Iran had signaled that Canada investigators would take an active role in the probe of the crash, which Iran said at the weekend had been caused by a missile it fired in a disastrous mistake. Too high. Sorry.
Shit, I got people in here. I should leave your ass and get the fuck
Yeah,
back
go.
on.
Get the fuck out of here.
Damn Jenny Jones.
Go hang out with your fucking people.
I got more people in mine than you fucking got, dude. What the shit?
Not anymore. Not anymore, motherfucker.
You got 4, dude. I got
9. I got 10.
Oh, you got 10 now. Big Tim's and what are you doing in OG's feed, Tim? I'm
Hey,
live.
Cody. Hey, I could be.
Damn.
Big Tim,
Dennis
thank you for
Dick
being
Darnold.
here.
Shit.
Hit that
All right,
like
later,
button, please.
Tex. All right, everybody in the Spartacus channel, I was just doing this to figure out how to go live on the phone, so I'm going to cut out. Going over to OG World Order's live stream. I'll be in there for a few, and I'll probably go live tomorrow night. So thanks for everybody who showed up. Surprisingly, I didn't think anybody would, but thanks again. And Tom, if you're in here, fuck you.
That's well, howdy.
How do I get out of that? Now I can't even get out of it. It won't let me out.
So, we'll play
Well, I gotta ask you something before you play something.
what?
Who in their right mind would tell any person running a country that's helping ISIS what the hell they're going to do next? That would be the most stupidest move anybody could ever do. So why would anybody inform the Canadian government that they're going to go after somebody?
Hey,
I wouldn't. If I was Trump, I wouldn't even tell the left like he did, or the friggin' our government that they're a bunch of crooks. They're a bunch of leakers. These guys are helping Iran and everything. How would you tell them anything?
Yeah. I think Trudeau is trying to wind his way for information.
Trudeau's a scumbag. He belongs in jail.
There's 5Speed. What's up, buddy? Thanks for showing up to my impromptu live.
He may be my prime minister, but he's a fucking retarded little piece of garbage.
Yeah.
I wonder if I can switch channel without getting kicked out of you guys.
Saying that he is my prime minister.
Hey, 5Speed.
I did not vote for him. I prefer weed illegal. It was more fun.
Yeah, but you can't say that,
say
dude.
You can't believe.
I just
I can't see.
When we all said Obama wasn't our president, we were called racist.
What do you
now
mean?
That people say Trump's not my president, it's okay.
I never said he wasn't my president. I said he wasn't. That Trudeau was my prime minister. I didn't vote for him, but he's still my prime minister. He got in there. What am I going to say? He's not my prime minister? Oh, fuck, I live in Canada, crying out loud. Of course he's my prime minister. Would I go to war for him? Fuck no. I wouldn't do nothing for the piece of scumbag. I wouldn't do a thing for him.
Hopefully there's peace coming around the world, hopefully.
Well, if more people around the world open up their eyes of what they're really trying to do to everybody, yeah, there will be.
Well, that's it. Who is that there speaking?
That's Talls.
OG. Who?
Talls. Tallsome Fob, but you can call me Talls, please.
Or you can call him, take a long something.
Or you can call me Don.
I don't think I've had a chance to conversation. The Don's better for me. Easier for me to remember.
Now I got to figure out what damn movies. Okay.
Now, I laugh at people that think that just because of certain colors of skin, that if you don't like what they're talking about, that you're a racist. I never knew that just because somebody didn't like what you were saying, all of a sudden you're a racist. Where the hell did that come from?
Well, it comes from the liberals.
Are they trying to change the term racist?
Well, let me rephrase that.
It's just more divide.
It comes
Don.
from the progressive.
More divide.
No, I know that. That's what they're doing up here. They're doing all this crap just to get people fighting up here so that they can turn around and go behind closed doors and really do their crooked deeds.
Well, they've been dividing for many, many decades.
Well, I believe Obama was one of the best dividers going in your country.
Well, the last stage of that divide, though, you think about it. You think they've divided us by religions and everything else, race, ethnicity, and now they've got to the home. They've divided the families now. You see what I'm saying?
Oh,
and
yeah.
now that's the last ditch effort of the divide. Once they succeed in dividing the families, now we want your Second Amendment. Now we want your protection, people. right? It's disgusting. That's what's been perpetrated on the American people well, not just American people either, across the world. This is not just here in America. It's all over the world.
Oh, yes, buddy.
I mean, the Bar Association controls every aspect of every piece of anything from everyone on a daily basis. Period. The end.
Yeah.
Period. The end. They write the legislation. They enforce the executive branch. They run the judicial branch. They interpret the law. They write every contract. And we all know the whole world is a contract.
That sounds like conspiracy theory to me.
Oh, really?
I'm just fucking with you.
Yes, Spartacus, prove me wrong. Because you can't. You cannot prove me wrong. The Bar Association controls everything in the world. With the bankers and all, there's a few of them in cahoots together, so don't, take that the wrong way. It's not just the Bar Association, but they were paid by somebody.
Oh, hey. Tom, if you're in here, thanks for the clicks and views, buddy. Appreciate you. I want to be fair and give a shout out.
Okay, so I guess I'll play. Well, I got 2 videos back to back. I'm gonna play.
Are they going to piss us off?
No.
One of the
I'm going
ministers,
to leave before he does. No, I'm kidding.
minister, of course, the prime mistake, and he said, Prime Minister, he said the subjects, they are revolting. And the prime mistake looked at his minister and he says, I'll say. Just saying, that's how he kind of treats his fellow Canadians. He doesn't like them. He hates his own people. He does everything he can to hurt them every day. He's now declined access to the voting records of all politicians for voters to see. I mean, there's an election coming up, but we can't give you information as to who you should vote for because that's not very nice. We're going to hide it because you might vote for somebody that I don't want you to vote for. You know what? There's never, ever going to be enough taxes for this guy, the prime minister candidate. There's no taxes that he doesn't like. Now, he's working again to make the lives of Canadians difficult and expensive. And now he's come up with this new verbiage called Clean Fuel Standard. I believe that's even in addition to his carbon tax, Clean Fuel Standard. What's going on? I mean, London drugs. I was recently in a London drugstore in British Columbia, Canada. 4 people were in a photo, and there's 1 black person, 2 Chinese people, and 1 white person. White people then in that picture represented 25% of the picture, and the particular town that I was in, there was like 95% of the people there were white. You see this all of the time. Why don't people like white people? I don't get it.
Because we're assholes.
It's not bad. Here, out of the stupid thief file, we have a fella in Wichita, Kansas, Charlie Taylor. He was arrested for robbing a shoe store at Knife Point. Who does that? Anyway, he did, and he stole a bunch of shoes. And he went to court, and he pleaded not guilty. And then he put his feet up on the table, and he's wearing a brand new pair of shoes. And, of course, one of the they were ones that he stole. And the judge said, where do you get those shoes? And he says, I got them from this particular shoe store, and he even named it. Stupid thief file. You got the former Canadian Prime Minister, Kim Campbell. This is a woman that was put in as a sub, I guess, because the party had been totally destroyed back in the 1980s by all of its people, its founding people, I guess. And then she was prime minister for like 3 months, maybe 4, and nobody voted for her. She was just kind of installed, and she was a justice minister in the Progressive Conservative Party. Progressive Conservative, that's what a conflicting term. Conservative means right and progressive means left. It's kind of like saying virgin hooker, but in any event, she was the leader of the party, and by consequence was a short-term prime minister, but she should be charged for fraud. She's a lawyer as well, and the fraud part comes in because she ain't a conservative, and I don't think she's even a progressive. I think she's a socialist, and she makes comments every now and again that kind of sets her out there and kind of keeps her in the public eye. What a preamble, I get it. But this is about President Trump. This is about the hurricane. And she says, I hope it makes a direct hit on his club in Florida. What a thing to say. I mean, that's not nice. I mean, we're talking about a hurricane. I'm sure that her and so many other people like her blame the hurricane, this Dorian, on Trump. It must be his fault. But, it's just like, shut up. I mean, there's a hurricane. People are going to die. And people did die. And she's talking like that, If you had one, it'd be lonely. Is there a history of illness in your family? Ask your cousins and people that are related to you who they voted for. And if they voted Liberal, guess what? Y'all have it in your family. You come back here tomorrow. We're going to have more for you from the right. See ya.
Hell yeah.
It won't even let me in there.
I got one more, and then we can have a little discussion here. Oh. It's 11 seconds.
I actually gave them some real advice. I said that if you actually say it louder, we've learned in the House of Commons, if you repeat it, if you say it louder, if that is your talking point, people will totally believe it. So just do it.
What the fuck was that? If you say it louder, people will just believe it and we'll do it.
Now she's in charge of climate change.
She should be in jail.
You just say it loud enough and over and over again.
Yeah.
People will believe it. Jeez, when did we hear that?
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Talls. I didn't know I was gonna laugh after that one.
Oh, do you like that one that I found?
Yeah.
It's almost scary, the stupidity across the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, it is, buddy.
Oh, I know. You're yeah. I just, a lot of people can't handle what's going on. Sounds like Talls, he's got somewhat of an ideal to kind of think the way I think.
Well, hey, what are they trying to do? Get carbon down to zero? The main plant food for the planet so that we all live? And they want to get it down to zero so that we die?
These, you know what, man?
Without carbon, the planet dies.
I hope like hell. I tell you, man.
Well, the best way to get rid of carbon dioxide is to get rid of people.
I mean, if people would just think for themselves and think outside the box.
I have a picture for that.
Yeah, I got something for everybody in the lobby. It's a little long. It's not too long, but it's all I put it in there once in a blue moon. I just gotta find it here.
48 minutes. What the shit?
Geez, that was hard to find.
You put it in private?
Everything had to be safe. We could fix that carbon problem overnight, pretty much.
There is no carbon problem. That's just a big scam to steal your money.
Well, if there is a carbon problem, we can get rid of carbon dioxide.
You need carbon for plant food. That's what gives you oxygen. The trees and everything eat that shit right up and give you oxygen. Without carbon, the trees die first than we do and animals.
I think everything that these people have perpetrated on us has been lies for many decades, man.
What happened? Did they change the way we were taught in school? I was taught in school that you need carbon for plant food. All of a sudden,
that was
now we
the
don't.
old way of thinking.
Well, yeah. Well, the school, that's a bad analogy with me.
In this day and age, we don't need carbon dioxide anymore.
So. They took over the education system in the late 40s, early 50s, and that was for a reason as well.
What the hell?
It's just another way to steal the people's money for the rich to get richer and our governments to take the money and give it away to other countries and go, we're great Canadians. Here you go. Here's some more money for you. At the same time, look at the Canadian people and go, fuck you. You get nothing. Give me more taxes.
Yeah. It's that's the Bar Association for you. So, I mean, that's who your deep state is.
Did you want me to play that video, Tal?
I beg pardon?
Should I play that, or is that just for
Well,
people to go and watch?
it's I think that's
29 minutes.
29 minutes. So
Go check that video out. But yeah, I just wanted to come on and say hello and howdy doody. Show some more of our great Prime Minister Justin Trudeau and how he should be re-elected back in.
to jail.
Yeah, re-elected to jail for life. A real life sentence.
Yeah, not a
just one.
Canadian, not a
You know,
Canadian life sentence.
Yeah.
Well, is your guys' constitution there? From what I understand, is pretty similar.
It used to be, but they can change it whenever they want. They just have to make up a law, and they can change our
Well,
constitution whenever they want.
here's yeah. Well, here's the deal. Here's the deal, and this is where, and I'm glad you said that, Don. Because no, actually, you know just as well as I know. No, they cannot change it whenever they want to. They can only change it when the people allows them. So when people really, truly understand who they are and what their powers are, we can put a stop to this shit overnight. We're not having it no more. No,
Well,
we're
that's
the
why
biggest
they took
welfare
our guns.
recipients around. Well, true, and that's why they're wanting them here in America. And I hear now all this buzzing going on. They I don't know what that is, but oh well, maybe they don't want me to speak. I don't know, but
Yeah.
Oh, it could be me. It could be me.
well, it's in my ear though.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but you know that's it, man. There's very few people pull all the strings in the world. So when the masses figure that out, instead of pointing the finger at everybody else and acting like, well, because this guy makes $100,000 a year more than I do, he's part of the problem. No, he's not the problem. The Bar Association, the attorneys, the police force, the strong arm for the Bar Association, who works in conjunction with the IRS and the DOJ and all of these guys, right? They're the problem, people. Not guys like us out here trying to just live what life. Well, see, we're chasing life, and they're chasing dollar signs and power.
Yeah. Well, the difference between our
It's disgusting.
constitution and yours is nowhere in ours does it say "we, the people."
No,
No, the people aren't mentioned in ours at all. It's all government, queen, governor general, territories. Nothing about the people.
well, see, they've changed. I don't know, man. I'm a firm believer, Don, that you have certain inherent unalienable rights, right?
Correct.
And those are given to you by your creator, whoever that may be for you. And those are untouchable, just like, as far as I'm concerned, that Second Amendment right. But it's people. We tend to give up things so much in fear, so they put all this fear out to get people to somewhat be okay with it. And it's just disgusting, and people fall for it. Unfortunately, the masses they just fall for it because they want security and comfort over, like somebody else is going to give it to them.
Well, you can prove your point just by if everybody would remember the first time they switched all the colors for weather and made the colors look like they're scary and oh my god, this is out. Oh no, but it's the same weather we're always getting.
Yep.
And the first time they put that out there and all that stuff that from them spraying the skies and that showed right up on it and on our news.
Chemtrails.
Yeah. And on our news, they turned around and went, what the hell is that? and they beat them. They didn't want anybody to recognize that this guy didn't know that. What's all this stuff covering everything? This shouldn't be here. But because of all the different colors and that, it brought it right out.
Yeah, they control everything, my friend. I mean, they can, right down from the zip code in New York to a zip code in Chicago. They spread whatever information they need in the areas based upon the territory in that zip code to whatever. I mean, it's disgusting what's going on in the world today. And people take heed in what's going on, and they finally wake up. That's when the shit's really going to hit the fan, because they're just going to say no more. The gig's going to be up for these people.
Well,
because you have certain inherent unalienable rights, and that is life. And life becomes before money, my friends. And unfortunately, right now, the money's before life, and they'll take your life for the money. So that's a problem.
Yeah, I was hoping people were going to wake up when Obama was in office, when they did the colored map of the world and made everybody a FEMA region this, FEMA region that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going, people, wake the fuck up.
Yep.
Why would they do that? It's like saying who's the good guy, who's the bad guy, and they're labeling it right there on the fucking map for everybody to see. And we're all the bad guys.
It's like that Hillary. Oh, we need the different camps. The green camp, the red camp,
because we don't
just
get
to put
along.
fun. This would get us a little more fun.
Who wants to talk to the people on the right that don't agree with you? We need camps for grown-ups.
I figured it out.
They all go to jail, but
the biggest problem in this country is people. As much as everybody sits here and says the government's fucking us, no, it's people like Tom, and it's people like Dave and Jerry and these fuckers that come in here and fuck with people who are trying to make change, or not make change, but get shit back on track. And then it's the ignorance, the people that don't even understand the Bill of Rights and the Constitution. And they fucking vote for socialism at 63 million.
To a guy who's never had a job.
Here,
here's
where I'll disagree respectfully.
Here's how I look at it. I don't understand how there's so many people that think communism and socialism is cool. I don't get it. Show me one country where it worked out.
And you disagree respectfully.
Why? Answer, though, Don, when you said it, and I'll go back to it. I disagree because there's been a lot of tricks perpetrated on the American people. Guys, I've got 6 years in and with a lot of great minds and great researchers. So this didn't come all truly by myself, but they have. This game that they have perpetrated on the world is tricks, deceit. When you look at the United States, you think you're talking about United States of America. When you're not talking about the United States of America, they're talking about the United States, the corporation. So there's all of these tricks in that all capital forms, and there's different jurisdictions for you to be bouncing in. And when you don't know what jurisdiction you're in, that is where they get us on all these tricks of the trades. Just like trade and business. Well, you look at trade and business, and that means a carpenter's in a trade and a business. No. A carpenter in the private capacity, that's his private capacity. He's not in, that's nothing. But now in trade and business, in law, trade or business is defined as an act of a public official. So see there, it looks the same, sounds the same, but we're going to pull you over here in this jurisdiction because you are operating in trade and business. You're a carpenter.
Yeah. But here's
you don't work for the government, but we're gonna tax you privately as well.
Brian, here's the problem with that.
Hey, Brian Johnson.
Okay, you and me both have done a lot of research, but the average person hasn't. But the average person should at least understand the Bill of Rights and separation of powers. Those are the separation of powers is the biggest thing in this country, and the average person has no idea what separation of powers actually is and how it actually works, and that's why they get tricked. That's why they can do all the shit they do. If you don't understand the charter, then you're not going to be able to understand anything. You're just going to do what some lawyer said this, and I hate this bullshit with case law. There's no such thing as case law. Judges don't make law; they write opinions. If they didn't write opinions, they couldn't be appealed. So case law to me is fucking dead. There is no such thing. It's garbage. What happened between Brian versus Talls has nothing to fucking do with me whatsoever. But
Brian.
They call it precedent. They call it case law. It's all bullshit. See, the average person doesn't even understand the basics of that. So they're easily tricked under that format. And it's not the government's fault they don't know it. People sit here and they know every last damn thing about the New England Patriots, but they don't care to bother in their own country to learn about
see here, though,
the Bill of
maybe
Rights.
you might be aware of this, Leach. Maybe not. I'm not sure, but I want to throw it out there. Prior what, like 1940s, 30s, 40, 50, it went from public law, what you're talking about, all this case law and everything, it went from public law to public policy. So all of it's bullshit. All the way fucking across the board is bullshit.
Right, and everybody should understand that. Just like wherever I was in a panel the other day, and I wanted to get that guy in here in one of my panels, maybe tomorrow, Raz, whatever he was in, they were talking about jury nullification. Jury nullification, I've been pushing that for decades. It's the easiest way to control the government, and people don't even understand it. Like, all the jury has to say is not guilty. If they can't get a conviction, they don't have a law. It's that damn simple. But you got to get 12 people to agree to that the gun laws are unconstitutional. They don't exist, therefore not guilty. You got to get, or at least 2 people to disagree so you can get a hung jury and a retrial. You know what I mean? You can't get people to do that.
See, that bar association, though, Leach, I mean, I see where you're going with that. But knowing, I follow the money, dude. The Vatican pretty much runs pretty much every fucking thing in this country, and it controls the bar and everything else. They've got total control. So, I mean, it's going to be hard for people to.
Yeah. Is Brian?
We got to stop this. We got to stop it.
No, he's not jumping in. He's got to get us.
Yeah, but he's the one that's upstate New York, or is that Brian Johnson?
Yeah.
He's upstate New York. Leach, Spartacus. You're listening to Spartacus right now. With my Leach symbol.
What do you think about them trying to take they're going to use it as a test to take the guns in Virginia?
Nothing will happen. You know what? As much as people, quote unquote, activism and all this shit, nothing's going to change.
Well, if they start, I would say that you got somebody that would be an act right there to get the militia together.
The cold dead hand is just a slogan. If the cops show up at somebody's house, 98% of the time, they're handing over their fucking guns. That cold dead hand thing is just a fucking slogan. Nobody has that much conviction in this country anymore, unless it has to do with a fucking sport. And that's the problem. That's the reason I hate sports, because people will fucking argue and fight over a goddamn juvenile game, but they won't do that shit when the government's, doing their shit.
Denver, Brian Johnson said he's from.
I'm trying to find out who the guy was. It was from upstate New York. It was like Brian Eric, I don't remember. Brian King, maybe? But see, that's the problem. Like, I spent 20 years trying to, like 5-Speed said, I spent 4.5 years research. That's all I did. Research. Every free fucking time I had. I spent 20 years trying to get people to open their fucking eyes, see what the fuck, and they don't give a shit. It doesn't matter what you show them. They don't care until it shows up on their front door, on their doorstep. They don't fucking care. And they're not going to do anything about it. We can trace that all the way fucking back. The gun control, or the National Firearms Act, back in 34? Nobody did anything. Of course, it really didn't make you a criminal. What made you the criminal was the 68 Gun Control Act. Because in 34, I think it was 34, I might be off a couple years on that, but all you had to do is, if you were going to take your weapon out of state, you had to register it. So if you didn't intend to take your weapon out of state, you didn't have to register it. So no big deal, right? Until the 68 Gun Control Act shows up. Now, if you didn't register it under the National Firearms Act, you had to surrender it, whether you were going to take it out of state or not. Nobody did shit then. Nobody did shit. We can go back through all kinds of fucking quote unquote acts they claim they passed because they didn't pass because they had no jurisdiction to pass them, so they don't even exist. But we can go all the way back through that shit, and nobody has ever stood up and done a fucking thing, and nobody's gonna do it now.
Yeah.
That's my call. What do you think, 5-Speed? Do you think people are actually going to stand up in this country? You think it's ever going to fucking happen? Honestly, not to be dismal, but I don't think so. Go along to get along. We lost 5-Speed, I think. Oh, he cut his mic. I mean, that's just what I've seen, dude. I mean, like I said, I'm new to the whole quote-unquote First Amendment, which is not an amendment, but I have to argue with people about that, too. But, you know, but I've been fighting the government since 2002. You know, the IRS and, you know, the Sheriff's Department, all that shit. You know, and trying to get people to wake up, but they don't. They listen for about 2 minutes and, oh, yeah, that's fucking wrong, and then that's it. It's over and done.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think if they come for them, I think everybody needs to stand up. You're going to lose your rights, man. Just like in Canada, we lost ours.
Well, I'm with you. Like, if the cops showed up at my neighbor's house with guns drawn, everybody that lives right here should be down there with guns drawn on the fucking cops. Like, what are you here for? What did he do? Why do you have guns drawn? You know,
why are you taking his guns?
If they're there in an illegal capacity, all right, get the fuck out of here before you turn into Swiss cheese. You know, if people would do that, but most people don't know their neighbors. They don't care about their fucking neighbors. A lot of people hate their fucking neighbor. You know what I mean? So there's no unity. It's not the United States of America. It's the clusterfuck of America.
That's true.
As far as I'm concerned.
That's true. I never looked at it like that.
But isn't that what they're kind of teaching everybody now, to hate each other through music, TV shows, movies, all kinds of stuff? Where's all the movies with family, love, all this stuff that we used to watch and everything, all the songs that got people together and everything?
What the hell is this?
Yeah, I hear you, Brian.
There's Ontario.
There's a percentage of people that are going to stand up, but not
I'm
enough.
OG.
There's not enough. And you're a
We
hero.
love you too, Big Mama.
That's right.
Have a good night. Don't stay up too late. You this is not a show for the faint at heart.
And like I said, I hate to be negative, but I'm a realist. You know,
Hey, Chronic.
the average person does not want to put themselves in any kind of tension situation, and especially not with government officials. They just don't.
Yeah.
Until it hits them right at their core. See, and at that point, it's too late. Like I used to tell people about the taxes. I'm not telling you to not pay taxes. I'm telling you to research what I researched and know I'm right. Because you might be sitting on a jury one day, and that's how we beat the government, through the jury. If they can't convict anybody, they can't put, you know what I mean? They can't enforce a law if they can't get a fucking conviction. It's that simple, and people won't even do that. I'm like, whatever. Okay. And then they throw out the cold dead hand fucking statement, and then I have to laugh. Like, you're not willing to learn about taxes, but you're willing to die in your front yard with your wife and kids in the doorway? Okay. Yeah, I think Texas needs to secede too, because they're full of shit. Texas talks about all their guns and all this shit. You know what? There should be 5 million NRA members from Texas alone, but there's only 5 million NRA members in the entire fucking country. Minus one, because I didn't sign back up this year. I think they're full of shit too. They don't do a fucking thing. Oh, sorry. Anyway.
What do you have to say, Charles?
I turned to
Well, I was just wondering if Big Mama would love to come on panel, because she never hardly talks to you. Would you like that?
To learn the secrets of OG Roar.
I'll get them for you.
Yeah, if she wants any help this weekend, she'll stay the fuck off the panel.
Oh yeah, come on. He'll be
I don't think,
kind.
yeah. Right
He'll
when
be
she gets to the
polite,
back
too.
room, she'll be banned. Right when she hits the back room, she'll be banned. I told her if she wants to talk about OG, she can make her own channel.
But
I'm just
darling,
joking. You can come on anytime you like.
oh,
There's the link.
There's the one I like the most. Let's see how she feels. Ooh.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't hate Texas, dude, but I think they're full of shit. And you know what? Texas is the last place in this country I would commit a crime. I'll give them that much. They don't fuck around when it comes to putting your ass in the chamber.
Hey.
Hey, Big Mama, I say you should come on and let us know how you feel how Canada's going.
Yeah.
But do you believe everything we're starting to tell you about? And show
Sanji, yeah, I like Texas
did
too.
Did you like that? Here, I showed her a video today, and I'll play it for the rest of the good people in this audience right now.
Some people just don't believe this stuff happens in great old Canada. We would never be like this.
No.
You want to make a bet?
How do you know they're good people?
Because I just said so. Didn't you just hear me?
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
I look at everybody as great, awesome. I don't look at people on how they talk about government and what sides and everything they're on and all that. That stuff don't bother me. I don't give whoever voted for Trudeau, that's cool. Good for yous. But when the shit hits the fan,
sorry.
When the shit hits your fan, look in the mirror, and all you got to do is say, I helped to do this. That's all you got to do.
Real quick, Big Mama, you don't need to know anything about politics. Politics is a smoke and mirrors bullshit. All you need to know is the Bill of Rights and the Constitution.
Yeah, we don't have that up here.
Politics is the bullshit they do to get elected. There's only Republicans and Democrats during the debates and the election. Once they get in office, they're all fucking politicians.
All right, for this, she got to watch this firsthand today. So you gotta get to watch it again.
ISIS fighters from Canada are returning home after the group's near defeat in Syria and Iraq. Now Canada's plan for managing them has received criticism from Canadian lawmakers and people across the country. Alex Mihailovich is following the story in Toronto tonight.
As of now, we know that about 60 plus ISIS terrorists have returned to Canada. Another 190 Canadians are someplace in the world, mostly Iraq and Syria, fighting with terrorist organizations, including ISIS. Now, if this was the UK, these people would be losing their citizenship, so they could not return to Canada. But this is not the UK. Here, they have the right to return, which is ludicrous on many counts, and a lot of Canadians agree with that statement. You can believe me. And what is the RCMP saying, the Royal Canadian Mounted Police? Well, they're saying that terrorist investigations are amongst the most difficult. So once these guys get back here, our police forces can't do much about it. The supposed problem is to get evidence to support charges in a Canadian court. And the RCMP goes on to say, I quote, while they may have engaged in terrorism abroad and broken the law, not all returnees continue to pose a threat. They may now be disillusioned with the cause. So I can leave this country, commit a crime someplace else, come back and walk the streets just like anybody else. If I happen in this country, it'd be different. This is what's happening. This is what happened with a lot of people that came from the Balkans War as well. These are some war criminals walking the streets of Canada, and nobody could press charges against them because there's this lack of evidence. Now, not everybody's on board with this frame of thought. The Conservatives here in Canada are saying that, you know what, welcoming these guys back with hugs is not the way to go. And what the RCMP actually does, it tries to flag them before they come into the country because they take away their passports and then they have to get them at some diplomatic post. That way they know they're returning to the country. Then they might question them a second time over at the airport or wherever they land in coming back into Canada. And then they might even go to their homes and have a little bit of dialogue with them. Talk about lots of hugs. A lot of people in the law enforcement here are saying that, you know what, this is not enough, that we should be looking at other options. And I think both you and I know what other options mean. It's not necessarily going to be something above board, but maybe these terrorists have to look out for their backs. We never know. It wouldn't be the first time law enforcement took matter into their own hands, especially when the public is at risk, and especially when you have terrorists walking the streets of this country. I'm Alex Mihailovich for News with Ed Schultz.
Yeah.
Okay, well, but my question is, the government before, which would have been Stephen Harper. Now, we've been fighting this war against ISIS for a while, so how come he didn't make up a law while he was running the government that anybody that goes to fight for ISIS from Canada would be thrown in jail? He's just to blame as this other turd that's in there now. And yes, that Big Mama, that should be a crime. Nobody has the right to tell anybody who to vote for, but yet it's there all the time. In order to keep your job, you got to vote this way. You got to vote that way. These people should be in jail. Nobody has the right to tell you who to vote.
Yeah.
And your union, the RCMP, should go in and shut them down. But how can the RCMP shut them down when they all have to vote Liberal too to keep their job?
Yeah. See how fucked up that is, man? To keep your job, you had to vote Liberal. Aren't you supposed to be a free-minded thinker and be able to choose who you want to vote for?
Well, you would think. My sister works for the government, and she's the same way. She said she doesn't have a choice. She has to vote Liberal or lose her job.
Yeah.
And she hates it.
Yeah.
Because she gets to read a lot of the stuff that goes past her desk, and she's going, what up? What? But I won't ask her for help because I don't plan on getting her in trouble.
Here's a quick video. And this was going towards climate change. That's why I'm bringing it up.
Hey, I used to drink a lot. When I was young, I drank with both hands, and now I shop a lot. It kind of works for me. And just the other day, I was in a supermarket. There was this very attractive, sexy-looking lady looking at me. She kept staring and smiling. So finally, I went up to her and I said, "Excuse me, but do we know one another?" And she said, hey, of course. She said, "You're the father of one of my children." I said, oh, ma'am, I'm so sorry. I used to drink a whole bunch, and I remember you now. You're the stripper that came to the bachelor party years ago when I was drinking, and you and I, we tripped over each other. We ended up in the closet, and I'm so sorry. And she looked at me and she said, "Excuse me." She said, "I'm the teacher of your son." Oh, that's fun. Yeah, that brings me up. Okay. I have a friend of mine, a good friend, Ed Burlew. He's in Eastern Canada. I think here he is up here. He's dressed up like a perfume parlor snake. Him and the Premier of Alberta, they're together at a function in Toronto at the Albany Club. Ed is a gun lawyer. He's the attorney for gun people. If you have any kind of a problem, no matter where you are in the entire nation, he's your guy. So I would have to think at this party last night that he and the Premier were talking about guns. That would have had to have come into the conversation. And I'll see you next week at the SHOT Show in Las Vegas, Nevada. And I remember a few years ago, just some more on that, I was at the gun show in Calgary, Canada, and Premier Kennedy, who was then campaigning to merge the two parties, came up to me, and I didn't know who he was. He came up and he said, "Hey, you're Brian the Right Edition. I watched some of your shows." And I said, "Oh, isn't that great?" A really nice guy. And he dresses up kind of well, too. Cleans up, don't you know? Okay. Kenny, pay attention to this, and everybody else. Climate change. Climate change kind of sounds like you're not supposed to do anything. You're supposed to freeze everything, right? And don't change anything. The climate has to stay just like it is. And I don't agree with that because I've been in Canada now for a week in January 2020, and it is bloody cold. I mean, I'm freezing 20 below some days, and it's damp and miserable and snowing, and you want the climate to change. I'm going to start a new movement. Everybody get together. Let's change the climate, melt the ice, and then Alberta can take, Kenny, pay attention now, you can take your boats and all your oil. You're no longer landlocked. You can go that way. We can dress in shorts in January and February. Businesses will no longer have to shut down. There's more activities to do. And the growing season is so much longer that farmers will make so much more money in Alberta and Saskatchewan and so on. Climate change. We want climate change. Get a man on that right away. We want it to change, not this freezing business. That's just dumb. Okay, the people that do say climate change, which is don't change anything, they want to see Canada to remain oppressed. Okay, and climate change is colder and crazier than a liberal's opinion. Just saying. Okay, here we go. Here we got a professor in the United States of America. Recently, he got fired. He should be in jail, but he got fired because he said Trump shouldn't have bombed people in Iran. Iran should now come over to America and bomb America. So he got fired, and he went on to say this: I apologize for the post. It was just a joke. Bad joke. Bad joke. And then you got a woman in the US of A. What's her name? Can never pronounce it. Omar. The girl with the thing on her head all of the time. And she makes me crazy. She's a call me through and through, right? She's saying, and this ain't no joke, she's saying, Iran, come and bomb Trump properties in the United States of America. Wow. Talk about a hate crime. Get her out of here. Okay, let's analyze some of the things some of the properties that she's referring to. For instance, the Trump Hotel in Las Vegas, Nevada. I think there's 960 units or something, call it 1,000. I own many of them. The Trump family owns 300 of them, and the other 600 or 700 are owned by people like me. I mean, I give free rooms to everybody I know, and I still get 5% return in my investment. I mean, the guy runs a fantastic business, and I own units in other Trump properties in other cities, and she's telling people to bomb me. Wow. She should be so far in bloody jail, you got to feed her with a slingshot. That's bad. That's treason. Get out. Don't even put her in jail. Put her in a boat. That's a better idea. And then she goes on to say in Minnesota, where the citizenry got together there and they voted almost unanimously to reject refugee resettlement. They said, that's enough. We got enough people. We don't want to adopt anybody else. We have our own people, right? And she's saying, but hey, if you guys would have done that, I wouldn't have been able to come here. You would have rejected me, and I couldn't be in commerce. Oh, that would have been nice. You guys sure does. I just want to say that, you know what? People look like me. We're the people you want here. Looks like that. Back to when I used to drink. I mean, I could drink a whole bunch. I couldn't get her up to a 2. Hey, y'all, come back tomorrow. We're going to have more for you from the right. See ya.
I thought I really liked that.
I like people that tell the truth about what's going on.
Yeah. Oh, Gary. Oh, I thought Gary Snowflake was here.
Oh, not yet.
Yeah, but anyways, I think I'm gonna cut this. We've been on for an hour and 8, so lots of love to everybody.
Fuck you. I just went and got another drink, you dick.
Yeah. Well, you can always go live. Maybe we'll jump in there.
Hey, that's over. That's me again over there with the Ice Road Truckers comment.
Is that your other page?
That was my original one. It was called Lucifer. Well, actually, I think it was my secondary original one, but yeah. Whole 7 fucking subscribers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moving up.
Look. Big Mama
What?
don't want you to leave.
Yeah, look at
What?
that. Big Mama says you got to stay.
Yeah. She wants you to stay. She wants to
No,
learn
I
more.
just want to. No, I want to cut it so I can go play some crossout.
Oh, I know what you want to do.
You want to go play games? Wait, what the hell is cross out?
It's a game where you shoot cars.
Blow them up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like fun.
I love that you're here. Thank you for joining, Big Mama.
It is. Okay.
You can join anytime. Next time you should come on panel.
Yeah.
I'll leave one of my mic sets down there, so you come on panel next time.
Dude, where the hell can I make my video? Oh, never mind. I gotta make that private before fucking Thom gets in there and puts 47 comments in the fucking thing.
Okay, Big Mama.
Who was
Brian
that guy?
Johnson.
That guy's pretty funny. He was like the old Back to the Future guy.
Yeah.
Christopher Lloyd, kind of.
Hey, Chronic, are you still here?
The Chronic.
Chronic Shusher.
Yeah.
No, I didn't do that. Why didn't you let me do that?
No, he might still be.
I was gonna ask him, what do you mean you didn't know that ISIS was allowed to come home to Canada?
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Do we really believe in ISIS? Because anybody knows what ISIS
You know
is.
what you guys should be doing? You should be coming over to Canada and taking out those.
Yourself.
Yeah, take out those 60 fucking pieces of shit that came back here.
There's more than that, buddy. Way more than that.
All right, but ISIS was the personification of wisdom, which is where Israel came from. It was the Canaanites who migrated, or actually, it was not the It was the Egyptians who migrated and ran into the Canaanites. Well, the Egyptians worshipped Isis, who was the personification of wisdom, and the Canaanites worshipped El, which was the god of Saturn, right?
Hey, Joe.
Hey,
So
Joe,
you
good
had-
evening, buddy.
Amun-Re was the Egyptian sun god. So the combination of those people came up with Isis, Amun-Re-El, which became Israel, which is where that all came from. And 85% or 90% of Judaism is actually the worship of Saturn. But that's the original ISIS, was the personification of wisdom. So I just find it funny that we now have a quote-unquote terrorist group called ISIS, and of course the government told us they were ISIS. I don't remember seeing a video of somebody coming out saying, we're ISIS. So I don't know.
Well, they never denied it either.
No, of course not. They're going to anybody's going to take credit for trying to look like they did something. I'm the guy that, I'm the world record holder for the longest fart. Don't you know my name? Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice seeing you in the room, Big Mama. I hope you come on panel.
And Joe Salas is here.
Come
Joe
on
Salas
panel
Jr.
someday. We won't talk about things that would get you in trouble. I don't want to know nothing about your job or anything like that. That's none of our business on here.
Yeah.
We don't even talk about that other stuff. Don't get yourself in trouble.
I said
I know all about Canada. They're a bunch of jerks.
If you guys are around tomorrow night, I'm going to try and go live around 8 o'clock.
Yeah, man. We'll be looking.
I'll probably get in trouble, but who gives a shit?
Well, I get about 4 or 5 hours sleep. I wake up every morning with a panic attack for everything I know and done in my life.
Cool.
Yeah. Lots of love, everybody. Talk to you later. Go check out Spartacus 1775 tomorrow.
Well, let me type something in there so they can. Yeah, there, it's me now.
Go check him out, and if not, get the fuck out of here. We don't want you here.
Well, we can't. Nobody can stay if you shut it down anyway, so it's kind of redundant.
No, they can watch it. They can rewatch it.
Oh,
well, the thing I find funny, though,
that's why I'm trying to keep it just an hour and something.
This ISIS thing, they want to call them ISIL or ISIL or ISIL or whatever the hell they want to call them.
Shizzle, my nizzle. No.
I just think it's a shame that we're bringing them back here.
Yeah, it is.
After they're killing Americans, Canadians.
Right, that's kind of like those cities that, what are they called? Safe haven cities, or what are they called?
Sanctuary?
Sanctuaries, yeah.
We got them up here too, buddy.
Sounds like the whole country
Toronto-
is
Toronto's
sanctuary
one.
country. Sanctuary country.
Well, I believe Ontario is because of Trudeau.
Well, sanctuary Providence, I guess that would be.
Like I said last night, I had a bomb maker living just down the road from me. And they threw him in jail, I think, for maybe a week, and they let him right back out into the same house and everything.
Yeah.
And they caught him with bomb materials and making them and everything. So you tell me how fucked up our government is. Oh, you got a one thumbs down. You got to appreciate those thumbs down.
Yeah. We know where that came from.
I do that. Not really. I did one time just to be a smartass.
Yeah.
All right, it was good seeing you again, man. You've been gone for a while, and you finally showed back up. El Jefe ain't been around much lately. I don't know. I texted him.
He was in the other day on my channel.
Yeah, no, was he?
Yeah. I registered him or whatever.
All right, back to the Asian porn, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, lots of love in chat, and
drink more.
Remember, everybody, please. I'm going to show you one thing. Be more like this guy. Lots of love.
Oh wait,
have a good night.
you mean the guy that doesn't know what's going on?
The guy that's not.
Oh wait, what are we doing? Oh,
the
shit,
guy that's not saluting.
I'm being a smart.
Our Canadian government.
All right, make that point again. I'll shut up.
and and don't be like this guy. This guy should be our prime minister. Thank you, and good night.